G'day to all my friends and family, and welcome to Jim's 5 a.m. club. It's lunchtime, still overcast on this terrific Tuesday, and what we'll do is we'll head down to wharf number 6. It's a bit windy at the moment as well, so I'll just get out of the elements so we can do a book summary. So today we're going to do another book summary, and the topic, or the title of this book is entitled The End of Stress. The End of Stress. How beautiful would that be? The End of Stress, and the author is Don Joseph Giewsy. We should change his name to not Go Away, but Go Away, so that the stress can go away. So the author kicks off the book by reminding us that if we can master the power of attitude, and you're able to then live a powerful life. If you can just master the power of your attitude, that will unlock the power of your life. Because the author here talks about the number one cause of death. And the number one cause of death is stress. Long-term stress is the number one cause of illness, which leads to for stress, which leads to illness and leads to death. So the number one cause of death, regardless of where you live in the world, is stress. The long-term stress, the negative stress. And the big challenge, or the big issue that we have, in addition to that, is that most people have given up on dealing with stress and are now doing nothing about it and just drifting and trying to get by without doing anything, which obviously is not going to get you very far. So let's head out of this noise here and go down to wharf number 6 and continue the summary. But the author, in his first maiden point in this book, says that whenever you face a stressful situation, you've got a choice. You've got a simple choice of 3 things that the author offers, and you can either change the stressful situation. You can leave it. You can leave the stressful situation, or you can choose to accept it. So they're the 3 things that you've got in your armory of solutions. You can either change it, leave it, or accept it. But at the end of the day, we need to be aware that your choices when faced with stress are very, very simple. Change it, leave it, or accept it. So at the end of the day, we need to understand and accept that no matter how bad things get, you always have at least one of these 3 options available to you. You may have all 3, and you can pick between 1, 2, and 3, or you may have 2 of them, or you just may have one of those options. But you always have something up your sleeve that you can use to deal with stressful situations, because you are always 100% in charge of your own attitude. We must never forget that. We are always 100% in charge of our attitude, and our attitude is how we choose to see things and how we choose to deal with things. Nobody can take that away from us. So that is power in itself. So the second key point to come out of this text is that you must practice a peaceful mindset whenever you can, every day. And you can try a couple of exercises that the author has provided. And a lot of the people that I know practice these things, and it's obviously works. So let's just go through them and see where they take us on this special journey that we have today, lunchtime on Tuesday. So one thing that the author talks about in order to help you deal with stress is to start your day with some peace and quiet. That's the first exercise that you may want to start implementing in your life. And the second thing is to take a 30-second timeout a couple of times a day to do some breathing exercises and just to chill out and relax before getting back into your work or the things that you're basically doing to get through your day. So let's address the first one. Start your day with some peace and quiet. As you can hear, it's just so loud around the city at the moment, so there's not very much peace and quiet here. But the author says in order to get the peace and quiet that you need, one thing you may want to consider is to try waking a little earlier every day. So try getting up a little earlier every day rather than just jumping out of bed, jumping into the shower, having a shave, washing your teeth. That's for the men, of course, and heading off to work. You know, the suggestion is to get up a little earlier, 10 minutes, half an hour. You can work out how early you need to get up, but get up a little earlier and to get a more relaxed start to your day. So, and enjoy the silence. You need some time to yourself where you can enjoy the silence and edge into the day rather than pop out of bed and hit the day running at 1,000,000 miles an hour. The other exercise that the author talks about, the 30-second timeout, can be your island of peace in even the most hectic of times. You know, you can always take 30 seconds out where you can just close your eyes, block the world out, and do some breathing exercises to help you relax and enjoy that moment of solitary isolation. So these are a couple of things that we can quickly implement into our lives to try and help us live a less stressful life. And the last point to come out of this book is that we need to improve our health. And in order to improve our health in the long term, we need to make use of the placebo effect. So the placebo effect, for those who are aware, is just a tonic, a medicine, or some sort of technique that you can use where you can use your imagination to believe that what you're taking is going to help you get through, over, under whatever stressful situation you're having. Because a placebo helps you get real results through fake causes. So in medicine, a placebo is used like a sugar pill to test a control group of people as to whether or not they can get better by not doing anything at all. So you give one group the medicine or the medicine that you're testing, and you give the other group a sugar pill, and remarkably there are some cases where you can see that the group or a particular person who was given a sugar pill and told that this is a medicine that will help you achieve X, Y and Z, then the brain and the subconscious the conscious and the subconscious mind work together, conspire with the universe to manifest the situation that has been vividly imagined and boldly believed. So in World War II, for example, when they ran out of morphine, they used saline solution with injured people, and they told them that they were receiving morphine. And in many of the cases, up to 40% of the cases, the patients actually felt pain relief. And it wasn't morphine, it was a saline solution. It was just a salt, a brine solution. It wasn't a medical solution. But because the patient believed that they were getting pain relief, they were able to manifest that somehow in their body, in their brain, in their minds, and it became real to them and it helped them. So the last couple of points from this book is that we need to remind ourselves that we can overcome all the stress in our life by addressing those stressful situations, as we said before, by accepting it, by doing something with it, or by changing it. And if we can focus on what we say and think, it can impact our daily life, and also the rest of the life is just the final message to come from this book. So that's about it. So thank you very much for joining me on this lunchtime edition of Jim's 5am Club. The book summary that we've just gone through is called The End of Stress by Don Joseph Giewsy, and we've learnt a few tricks, hopefully that we can implement, but it's given us an inventory of options to consider to help us get through the stressful situations that we face. We've been given a couple of exercises in terms of getting up early, getting our day off to a stress-free start, and also taking some time out throughout the day to just become an island and isolate ourselves, breathing deeply just to relieve any stress that we may feel, so that we can continue through the day less stress if possible. So thank you very much, and let's finish off with a positive affirmation. I'm alive, I am well, and I feel absolutely great. To my friends and family, stay connected, stay relevant, stay reasonable, and most importantly, let's take some points out of this book and try and master our attitude so that we can live with less stress, and to use some of the tools that we've discussed to help us get through the morning, get through the day, and get through our life, and also, where possible, to pass on these learnings, these lessons to other people that we have in our lives where we think it may be able to help them. So I guess that's it. So thank you very much. I'll head back to work and come to you again maybe later on tonight with another book summary. So thank you, and daleme, Filakya from Jim's 5am Club. Bye for now.